Hey everybody, good evening. So, topic on my mind that I want to talk about. So, as you are hopping on, make sure you are giving me a thumbs up or some hearts so that I know you are listening. Give just a couple seconds to get started. And you'll see me look down because I took some notes because this is like kind of a big deal. It's a big topic that I want to talk about, and it's about being in the driver's seat. Hey, Mackenzie. Thanks for joining. Being in the driver's seat of what? Your car? No, of your life. Okay. It's about being in the driver's seat. And my disclaimer is going to be for this whole entire broadcast that I don't have it all figured out. I'm not an expert, but I know what it's like to be on the other side. I know what it's like to be the overwhelmed, hot mess mom 24/7. I don't want to go back to that. I see moms struggling. I see moms who are trying to have their shit together. Sorry for swearing, but it's not happening. Like something is not working. And despite whatever efforts, you've come to the conclusion that it's just never going to happen. Well, guess what? It will happen, you guys. I don't have 2 extra hours in the day. Okay. I don't get 26 hours and you guys get 24. Okay, I make it happen. And here's how I make it happen. I'm going to tell you 3 ways that I really have instilled into my life that help me to stay in that driver's seat, to know where I'm steering, how fast the gas pedal is going, when I need to put the brakes on. Okay, so the first thing is to prioritize. Number 1, prioritize. Because there are so many things out there. There are tasks and duties and things to do flying all over the place, right? You have to prioritize what those are. Make a list. You have to write this stuff down, you guys, because if you don't write it down, it's not going to happen, okay? So you will see me with notebooks. You will see me with planners because it works for me, okay? Maybe you want to do that in a digital format. I also have a Google Calendar that I run my kids' schedules off of. That's what works for me, but you have to find what works for you. So number 1, prioritize. So when I talk about prioritizing, the first global big picture thing you want to prioritize is what's important to you in your life, okay? What is taking your focus away from the things that matter in your life? So one of the things I did as a Beachbody coach is came up with a vision board for my life, for my goals for the year. And I broke that down. So what's important to me? Faith, family, fitness. Okay, those 3 things. So most 100%, 99.9% of what I do filters into one of those 3 categories. Okay, so if you don't have things filtered into those categories, if they don't fit in there, you really need to think about why you're spending the time doing them. Okay, are you doing it to please somebody else? Because if you're doing it to please somebody else, you really need to rethink that. This is your life, you guys, your life. Okay, so my other mantra is, if it doesn't matter in 5 minutes, it ain't gonna matter right now, right? So once you prioritize what your life and your vision is, then you gotta break that down a little bit further. What has to get done today? What has to get done this week? This is perfect, you guys. Needed it yesterday, do it today, for real, maybe tomorrow, and sometime in the near future, right? So when it comes to household tasks, you can break that down. You can do 2 cleaning tasks a day and tell yourself that's what you're going to do. If you really, really hate something, if you've ever read the book, Eat That Frog, it tells you to get the most disliked, sorry, kids are in the background, get the most disliked task done right away in the morning. If you don't like to work out, cross that baby off right away in the morning. If you know that you don't like cleaning toilets or you don't like folding laundry, and I need to listen to myself on this because I don't like laundry, do that right away in the morning. Eat that frog, eat and do the one thing that you really dislike the most right away in your day, and boom, it's done. Don't have to worry about it anymore, right? So prioritize. If there are things that can be moved to a different day, or when I have more time, move it down to the list sometime in the near future. This notebook really, I think, is speaking to me. So I have a list, okay? So I make a list, and this is my messy calendar, but it makes sense to me. It might be Greek to you, but it makes sense to me. I break down my entire week, okay? What do I do for a workout? What do I do for supper? What do I need to do on my lunch break? What's going on at night? What are things I need to get done on the weekend? I make a bigger, longer sticky note for things I have to get done on the weekend. Sometimes those weekend tasks go to the next weekend, or the next weekend, or the next weekend. Hi, Michelle. That's just what's gonna happen, okay? Because I don't like cleaning my carpets, that's gonna get put to the bottom of the list. It's not a priority for me. It's not gonna matter in 5 minutes, so I'm not gonna do it right now, okay? Maybe balancing the checkbook. That was something I had to do last night. Don't like that task at all. I decided I better be putting that more on a priority list because that's kind of important, okay? So first Sunday of every month, that's when I'm gonna work on the checkbook. Things like that, you guys. The next thing to do is then set time limits for things, okay? I do this a lot in my coaching business. I give myself 1 hour at night to work, and then I'm done. Computer's down. I am not doing any more coaching stuff. It'll still be there in the morning. Okay, not to discredit my business, not to discredit my challengers because they are very important to me, but I also have to put my family into that mix. Okay, they are important to me too. So if you're going through the motions and you guys are so busy doing things that you don't take time to spend with your kids, you need to stop and take a look at that. Okay, that was something for me that I always used to do. I always used to do everything on my to-do list, and then I'm like, oh, and then I'll play with the kids. After I was tired and crabby and worn out from doing all of those tasks. What? You found a penny? That's good. Okay. So you really have to set time limits on things, okay? If there's a project that you're working on, sometimes whittling away on it a little bit at a time, an hour at a time. What? Just set it right here for right now, okay? Let me finish up, all right? Thanks. Rocky, shush. And then my dog goes crazy. Sorry. That's my life, you guys. So set time limits for tasks, and then just move it to the next day if it doesn't get done. The third thing that's super important and really should be the first thing is when you prioritize, you got to schedule in me time too, because I say this a lot. Hey, no more food? No. We're going to have supper? No. Oh, the penny. Just leave the penny. Sorry. Welcome to mom life. Scheduling me time is important. If you do not take care of yourself, you are not going to be filling your cup up. If you cannot fill your cup up, how do you expect to take care of little people? How do you expect to take care of your husband? How do you expect to take care of anybody else if you're not taking care of you? Okay? So that me time is important. Whether that's reading a book, whether that is taking a hot shower with the door locked so nobody else can get in, whether that is scheduling a date with your girlfriends, whether that is getting a 30-minute workout in, no matter what that is, you guys, your me time is going to look different from everybody else's, and that's okay. But this is your life. Remember, you're in the driver's seat, so you're the person that has to dictate that. You are actually the person that gets to decide those things, nobody else, okay? It's so easy to get overwhelmed, you guys, so easy, and I've been there. I've been the hot mess mom, okay? And I'll be honest with you, I don't have it all figured out. There are still days where I'm the hot mess mom. It's a heck of a lot less likely to happen now though, because I've done these things in my life. I've surrounded myself with positive people. I figured out a system to prioritize what's important to me, and I'm making that work. Do you guys hear me on this? Are these things helpful to you? What questions do you have? What things trip you up? What things make you question whether or not you're in the driver's seat? You know, there's a few other things you can do. One thing I want to share with you guys too, as I'm talking about this, is I have a Facebook group up. It's called Moms Who Get Stuff Done, because that's really our goal as moms, right? We want to be able to get stuff done. We want to be able to feel good about what we're doing, because we have a lot of hats that we wear as moms, right? Lots of responsibilities, overwhelming. Here's my notes. Look at that. That's crazy, right? So I decided I wanted to set up this group because I know that lots of moms struggle with this. So if you want to join this group, I will put the link in the comments after this video is done. My only requirement is that you are my friend on Facebook. That is all. It is a positive vibes only environment. We are here to help and support each other to work through those things, because we're not the only people that go through these things. We're not the only people that are overwhelmed on some days. We're not the only people who try to juggle a million apples and drop 5 of them. Okay? We all struggle with this, and it's okay to say that you struggle. It's okay to say that you need help. And that is on my heart to be my mission to help people, okay? Like I said, I don't have it all figured out, but I know that there are a few things that will work for people. You just have to be in control of that. You have to remember that you're in the driver's seat. We all have that same 24 hours, okay? So whether it's meal planning, whether it's tidying up your house, whether it's feeling overwhelmed about not being able to spend enough time with your kids, whatever that may be, there's a solution for that, you guys. There's a solution. You just gotta prioritize, set time limits, and schedule that me time. All right, if you want to be added to that group, send me a message and I will get you added. Send me a Facebook request and I will get you added. But remember, you guys are in the driver's seat. Moms, ladies, you're in the driver's seat. You get to choose. You're in control of that 24 hours. Okay, see you later.